Hi, back here in Springfield, it's State Representative Tom Morrison for this edition of the Morrison Report. We're going to talk about my new committee assignments for this General Assembly, and then also some of the hot issues that we discussed or started to discuss down here in Springfield, the $15 minimum wage, another income tax increase, and other topics. I'm happy to talk with you about that more on this edition of the Morrison Report. We have a little bit of different scenery behind me. There was a vacancy. One of the previous reps moved up to the Senate, and so for a change of pace, I decided to take this office. So that's Capitol in the background. I also found out this week which committees I will be serving on. I will be on 6 committees. I'm going to be on insurance, human services, energy and environment, personnel and pensions, and then I will be the Republican spokesman on a couple different committees. That just means I'm the ranking minority member on that committee. Appropriations General Services, so that's one of the appropriations committees that oversees the budgets of each of the state agencies. So as J.B. Pritzker appoints agency heads, those individuals have to come before our committee and justify what their administrative needs are for the upcoming fiscal year. And then I'm also going to be Republican spokesman of the Elementary and Secondary Education Administration, Licensing, and Charter Schools Committee. So on any of those topics, I'm happy to get your input. One other thing, I am going to be filing my bills for this upcoming 2-year term. So if you want to see what bills I've filed, you can go to ilga.gov and you can click on my member page and click on bills, and then you can see which bills I'm filing. It'll probably be about 15 to 20 bills, maybe a few more, maybe a few less, but my initiatives, my priorities are, once again, how do we fix our pension system and how do we get Illinois back on the right track? So one of the issues that came up this week was the $15 minimum wage. That was a campaign promise of J.B. Pritzker and many of the other candidates who ran for office. Not me. I'm opposed to it. I mean, I want to see people make more money, but it's got to be more organic rather than the administration or the state government just mandating an increase that is not sustainable within our economy. The state economy, local economies, you have totally different cost structures, overhead costs, standards of living from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We have neighbors that are at different rates. So, but I would like to hear about your opinion. What are some of the early jobs that you had where you made minimum wage? Tell me about some of those experiences. I had several, and also as a business owner. Hiring and setting wage scales was a very important part of our business in terms of attracting the right candidates, but also making sure that that we're keeping our costs under control. So anyway, that's a hot topic. And then on the income tax, of course, when you promise more spending, the money has to come from somewhere, and that's you and me, the taxpayer. So there have been some proposals to inch up that rate even more, because, of course, if we do a progressive tax, that would require a constitutional change. We're several years away from that happening. But in the meantime, an idea was floated to raise the income tax yet again, which I'm opposed to. But anyway, with those topics and more, I'm happy to talk with you. I'll display my email, my phone number there. I'd love to reach out and hear what your opinions are on these matters. But I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.